Chief Justice of India, CJI Chandrachud, along with Goa Chief Minister Pramod Sawant, inaugurated the newly constructed District and Sessions Court complex in Merces. Praising Goa's serene way of life, Chief Justice Chandrachud expressed admiration for the state's development. He emphasized the importance of the district judiciary, calling it the backbone of the legal system, and highlighted how the new court infrastructure will foster an inclusive environment where every voice is heard.
It's truly an honor for me to inaugurate the much-awaited District and Sessions Court complex at Merces. The philosophy of this beautiful state is that it embodies a tranquil attitude towards life that has come to define the beautiful state. But every time I come to Goa, I too feel like leaving my worries behind. But while being impressed by the continuing serenity of the place, I'm also remarkably impressed by the development which is taking place in the state of Goa. At the heart of our judicial system lies the idea of a conscious court. That is a courtroom which is acutely aware of societal realities and the multifaceted difficulties encountered by those who seek justice. Reflecting the idea of a conscious court, the statue of the Lady of Justice was redesigned in the Supreme Court, and she has taken a new avatar. Today, the Lady of Justice in the Supreme Court does not carry a sword or the talwar, but instead carries with her the Constitution of India, a document which has the transformative power to break the bonds of social hierarchies and inequalities. The statue, which was previously blindfolded to mean impartiality, now has the blindfold removed. After all, the law is not blind. It views everyone equally and is equally aware of social realities. The equality of the law is not a formal sense of equality, but substantive, recognizing that often securing equality is rooted in an understanding of the historical disadvantages and privileges of certain communities. Every individual who walks through the doors of our courts brings with them their own experiences, struggles, and hopes. After all, the work which we do in our courts is to come face to face with injustice in everything that we decide or argue. The judicial process can be daunting. Often, these sense of fears of litigants are precipitated by socio-economic challenges, linguistic barriers, and societal stigmas. A conscious court actively seeks to bridge these gaps, ensuring that justice is not an abstract concept, but a reality accessible to everyone. When we invest in the safety, accessibility, and comfort of our judges, lawyers, and litigants, we build more than just an efficient system. We make a just and inclusive system. Creating inclusive courtrooms cannot be restricted to only infrastructure, but it also means creating an environment where all voices are heard and respected. Access to district courts is one of the first steps towards ensuring equitable access to justice. The importance of the efficient functioning of our district courts cannot be overstated. They serve as the first point of contact for most individuals seeking redressal. The district judiciary is the backbone of our institution, and it is here that the foundations of the law are laid and of justice are laid. By ensuring that district courts are accessible, we empower our citizens to engage meaningfully with the legal system, aiding in facilitating a more equitable society. But physical access is only one aspect. There are numerous barriers, financial constraints, lack of awareness about legal rights, and sometimes even the intimidation of the legal process itself, which prevents individuals from pursuing their claims. To truly democratize access to justice, we must actively work to dismantle all barriers. As we strive for inclusivity within our courtrooms, the language which we use must reflect our ethos. We must be vigilant in our choice of words, ensuring that our language is not only precise, but also respectful and inclusive. Insensitive or dismissive language can perpetuate stereotypes and may disproportionately affect women and marginalized communities. Very often I hear the complaint of women judicial officers that some members of the administrative establishment use derogatory language towards women. I think the time has come when we must realize that all forms of derogatory language, particularly towards women, must have no place in our courts at all. We must actively choose to speak a language of inclusivity, respect, and empowerment. This involves re-examining our legal lexicon and ensuring that it does not reinforce stereotypes based on gender, caste, or socioeconomic status.